back to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. Come on in. My drink is nearly finished. So have a Diet Coke for me, please. Today's video is going to kind of be like a, I don't want to say tea spilling because I am just very open and honest anyway, and I would just tell people what I've had done regardless. But it is kind of going to be like an open book about all the cosmetic procedures, treatments and surgeries I have had, what I think of them, how much I've had done, what I've had done, pain, recovery, that whole shebang basically. Just before we start, I just want to clarify that I am an advanced aesthetics practitioner myself, which means I am qualified and insured to carry out filler procedures and botulinum toxin procedures, aka Botox. That is stuff that I carry out myself, and that is what I work as, that is my job, that is my career. So I do that as well, so just bear that in mind when I talk to you guys about what I've had done and what I've done on myself as well, because between clients I do see what I can feel of my own self. But without further ado, let's just get on into it. So I will be basically working from top to bottom on my body and telling you what I've had done. I think that would be the easiest way for me to explain. So start off with, of course, I have had Botox, botulinum toxin, anti-wrinkle injections, whatever you want to call them. That is what I've had. I have had my 3 areas done, which are my frown lines, so these here, aka 11 lines. I've had my forehead lines, which are the ones at the top, and then I've had my crow's feet, which are around my eyes. I've had those 3 areas done twice. I've also had my 11 lines done way more often because I do tend to frown. I have a lot of facial expression. The 2 times that I had all 3 areas done at once, I had the normal dosage, the normal amount. I had a whole vial split between those 3 areas. When I've done it on myself and I've done my 11 lines on my forehead lines, and I'm just looking in the mirror and I'm like, oh my god, I need some more on my forehead. I've done baby Botox, which is basically doing those areas but with a lesser amount so that I still get movement, but it just stops lines from forming. Just so you guys know, anti-wrinkle injections are a prevention, they are not a cure. If you come with deep set lines, with deep wrinkles, it'll be harder to get rid of them, which is why I do baby Botox on myself and some of my clients, so that we can still get movement, so that we don't freeze our face, unless some clients want that. A lot of the time I do like that myself, but it stops from forming any lines or wrinkles. Honestly, that is what I just don't want the most. Like, I don't mind movement at all. Like I said, sometimes I like to go for that absolute frozen look. Like on my birthday, I just like to look like this, so I pretend I'm 22 when I'm not. Getting the actual lines and having the lines permanently there is something that I want to prevent personally. Not everyone's going to agree, not everyone's going to like, not everyone's going to enjoy it. This is just what I do, okay? I've also done a brow lift twice, which is where you insert botulinum toxin under this brow arch in the muscle. And then I have had a fox brow lift as well, which I did last week. It takes 2 weeks to have botulinum toxin kick in fully. Some people see a difference after a couple of days. I personally do see a difference after a couple of days, but 2 weeks is what we kind of say. That's when you come back for a top up. So I've kind of given myself a fox eye lift, where I've injected underneath here in a muscle there, and then a muscle in my hairline as well. This is just because when I relaxed my eyes before, they were proper hooded, like really bad. I didn't enjoy that look on me. I felt like it just aged me. I felt like I looked tired all the time. I was getting a headache from constantly doing this to my eyebrows to make sure that they were stood up a little bit more right. And I do like the look of it more lifted, because I do like the look of more eyelid on show. Again, I just feel like it doesn't make me look as tired as I used to, which I used to look very tired, in my opinion. Like I said, I got that done last week and I've only had that done once. So that was all of that area. Moving down, so I have only done my crows twice. My crows don't really ever need doing. I don't think I smile enough. I think I'm very facial, but just not smiley facial. I'm just angry or surprised. So then I've had cheek filler. Now I've had cheek filler quite a few times because I absolutely just adore it, and in my mind I feel like for me there is just no limit. There is not enough to add. I have had it more down here on this cheekbone there. That's what I had it done the first ever time, and I had 0.5 mil each side, so 1 mil total. And then on myself personally, I've added it more up at the top area. A lot of my clients as well prefer that. I do as well. I think that looks more lifted. I kind of imagine where you'd put highlighter is kind of where I prefer my cheekbone to be more prominent. A lot more people prefer it here. It goes down to personal preference. So I had 1 mil for the first time, half a mil each side. And then on myself, I've probably done another mil split and then maybe 2 mil each side since. I sleep on both of my sides. I toss and turn all night, sleep on both my sides, so it does wear off a bit more. If you sleep on your back, it's a lot easier, and I do tend to just like lean on my cheek area as well, which is not the best. But the great thing with cheek filler is you can actually mold it. Cheek and chin are two of the areas that you can keep molding the filler, and I mold my cheeks so often. And yeah, I love cheeks. I think cheeks make you look more lifted. I think they make you look more youthful. They give a lot more shape and a lot more definition to the face. A lot of people tend to think that cheek filler makes the face look more fat. It actually slims the face down because you're adding definition here, and then this area looks more hollow. I just really enjoy the procedure. Cheeks to me, out of a scale of 1 to 10 for pain, is probably a 2. It's a sharp scratch when you can go in. That's about it. I will even do cheeks on myself with no numbing cream. I don't mind. Just going back to Botox, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's absolutely 0. You do not feel Botox. It's a tiny insulin needle. Goes in, don't hurt at all. A lot of clients even say that they enjoy it. So you have those kind of clients, which I don't blame them. Yeah, Botox does not hurt regardless. Cheek filler, probably a 2. If that. Moving on, I have had my upper lip here. I have filled with Botox myself because if you're new here, welcome. I have continuously for years and years and years on my channel complained that I have a sweaty upper lip. It is true. I have flaws. I know, it's so hard to believe. No, I suffer really bad from sweaty upper lip, and it has got me down for absolutely years. You can insert Botox into here, into these muscles. What it's really for is for people with a gummy smile, because it helps drop the lip so that the gummy smile isn't so much on show. But a side effect of botulinum toxin is that it helps stop sweat. So a lot of people get it in their underarms as well to help stop sweat there. It also helps with migraines. A lot of people get it in the back of their head to help with headaches. Botulinum toxin is an amazing product. If you suffer with anything like that, then go and check it out if you've tried other things and nothing helped. It's really helped my Sula. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like, I'm so raw and so honest on this channel. If you're new here, you might not know. If you're old here, you know me full well. I would tell you the truth. My Sula has been so much better these past couple of months since doing it. I've only done that once as well. I did that, I want to say August, so last month, maybe July. I'm not sure, but since then it's been so well. You can also get it in this bit here too, which what I've noticed is I won't have any sweat up here, but I get a little bit more here now, so I might start to add some into that side as well. But now we're getting into winter, I don't really suffer with a Sula as bad, but that would be something that I'm probably looking to doing, is getting the botulinum toxin injections there as well, so that to see if the whole upper lip will stop sweating, because that is my dream. Moving on, I've not had my lips done. Ha! Gotcha. I have had my lips done. I have had my lips done for over 5 years now. I have 0 regrets. I absolutely adore lip filler. I think it's my favourite thing in the world. I love the size of my lips. This is absolute perfection to me. All I do now is maintain. And that, again, that Sula thing didn't hurt. 0 out of 10. Over the years, I've more than likely had to about 6 to 8 mil in total in my lips. Like I said, that's over a course of over 5 years. Before the lockdown, so in February time, I went to someone else to get a few of my lumps dissolved. Now, if you've been here for ages, I made that lip filler journey video, and I showed you my befores, and I had loads of lumps, and those lumps were getting worse. And they were like burning almost, and they were so itchy and just irritating me, and I was like, I need to get these lumps out. I just need to get them out. What you can do is, if a lump is either superficial or if it's relatively new, you can lance it, which means you just numb the area of it is, and you get a clean sterile needle and just poke it in and then squeeze the lump to get the filler to come out. We tried to do that and nothing was coming out. these lumps were so inset, and I was like, right, we need to dissolve them. Like I said, I went to somebody else. It was a lot. I wish I just dissolved them myself because it was a lot. I swelled so much. I insert photos as well. It's absolutely hilarious how I swelled. But with doing that, dissolver kind of spreads. And obviously I didn't do it myself, so I don't know how much they actually put in. Bad of me, I know, I should have asked. Throughout lockdown, I noticed that my top lip was just kind of getting back to normal a lot. It was doing that thing where I smiled and it disappeared, and I was like, no, I don't like this. And then when we were allowed to work, I have added 0.5 ml back into the top lip, and then I added like 0.2 maybe to my bottom lip. So I would say that I probably had maybe 1 ml left in my top lip from the dissolver, and then I've added 0.5 ml like I said. And then in my bottom lip, it's kind of lasted a little bit while. I did have a lump left over after we dissolved it, and I dissolved it myself then, and I just dissolved the lump and everything was fine. And I just added, the lump was down here, and I just added 0.2 just there, just to kind of add that plumpness back from the lump, because the lump, like I said, was so big and it was so painful that it was kind of, that was giving me volume itself. So with that being said, lip dissolver, I would say probably hurts maybe like a 5 to a 6 out of 10. It doesn't hurt that much. It's just like the swelling and the aftermath, that's a lot. If you get your full lips dissolved, you will swell. I always tell my clients that you are going to swell. Literally by the next morning, they'll be gone. Lip filler, I personally say it's a 10. It's a 10 out of 10 for pain. I have clients who can happily sit through it. I have clients who fidget a bit through it. I have clients who can't handle it. I'm a client that cannot handle it. When I used to go to somebody else, my literally, honest to God, my ears will be filled of tears. And if you guys think I'm overreacting, that's fine. But it generally happened. My ears would be full of tears because it was just so vigorous and so painful. Since then, obviously I've done them myself and it's been a lot more easier. I just literally leave my numbing cream on for so long because it's on myself. But yeah, I absolutely love my lips now. This is like the perfect size, nothing's wrong with them, no lumps, no bumps. I'm so happy that I got those lumps removed because they were so itchy, it was a joke. Moving on, I've had chin filler. I haven't had much chin filler. I don't really know what I want to do to my chin with filler wise. I feel like I want it more pointy, but then I don't think it will suit the rest because my lips are quite rounded, my nose is quite rounded, it's not very like pointy, like pixie pointy. So I don't really know, like I've had a tiny bit, I've maybe had like 0.3, 0.4 in there. Yeah, I think I want to add more, but before I do it, I just want to know what shape I do. I don't want to just to add. I want to know what shape I want to achieve and what look I want to achieve before I go in and just add, because otherwise I could be there for days piling filler into my face. Pretty much. Moving on, under my chin, I've had fat dissolving. I use Aqualix myself. I have had that 2 times, maybe 3, possibly 2, definitely 2 times. Aqualix is a product that I use. It's something that I'm trained in as well for fat dissolving, and it just basically gets injected in and dissolves stubborn fat pockets. That's pretty much it. That's what it does. So yeah, I've had that done twice. I definitely want to do another session, but I'm eating really, not unhealthy, but I'm not on track and I'm not in the gym properly yet. It's just a lot. My life is just crazy at the moment. So when I get back on eating right, gymming often, I'll do another session. Moving on, I've then done my arms for fat dissolving as well. My arms are my biggest insecurity. I definitely need at least another 1 session, possibly 2 sessions. But again, I only want to do that when I'm back on track. There's no point doing Aqualix and fat dissolving if you're not eating right and if you're not working out. It works when you work, if that makes sense. Like, you need to be eating healthy because it will dissolve those stubborn fat pockets, but if you're not eating healthy, it will then develop new fat pockets, which defeats the whole point. The Aqualix, if you have it with lidocaine, the pain is literally like a 0. If you have it with a lidocaine, the pain is like an 8. It's just a really, really strong sting. It lasts for 30 seconds, but it's just very intense. Have it with lidocaine if you ever get it. Top tip, have it with lidocaine. Put up with the swelling, have it with lidocaine. And then last but certainly not least is my cosmetic surgery. I've only had one, and I have had a mastopexy, which is a breast lift and implants. I had that done over 5 years ago. Pain, I'm gonna say like a 1 or a 2. You're knocked out when it happens, and then afterwards you're on so many painkillers and medication you feel nothing. I don't understand people who are like, oh my god, were you in pain? Oh my god, was it painful? Like, what was? Like, you're numbed and knocked out, and then you're on meds, and then it's fine. I was in absolutely no pain. It was just uncomfortable to like move and lift, because you can't really like lift your arms like this. You can't carry things. You can't reach. That was all that was just annoying. I got 350cc. I will leave my playlist and my boob job vlogs down below and up in the iCard, which ever side it is. I want them out really bad. I think that they have definitely dropped more, which I knew was going to happen anyway. They have dropped more than what maybe I thought. They're very heavy. My back is constantly in pain. My neck, my shoulders, like, I just crack all day long. They make me look a lot wider than I am. I feel like that's all that people see. It's all that I see. They're uncomfortable. I can't wear things I want. They're just unenjoyable. I want my implants completely out, and I just want an uplift, which is something that I want to do maybe either the end of this year or the beginning of next year, depending on COVID, if I feel like it's safe enough to have a cosmetics procedure done. We'll see. But that is something that I don't know. I'm not regretful, because at the time I was obsessed with them and I was so in love with them. But the past couple of years, I just feel like they've just made me so much more wider than I am. They make me look so much bigger than I am. I'm really self-conscious about them. They're so just annoyingly in the way. And yeah, I'm just, it's not my favorite thing in the world about me. But yeah, it is what it is. I've done it. And like I said, I had no regrets at the time, because it's exactly what I wanted, but now I want something different. So I am working toward that. So then that was it for my cosmetics procedures, treatments, surgeries, all that kind of jazz. Like I said, I am a complete open book. If you want to keep up to date with me, subscribe and watch the vlogs, because I kind of tell you guys whatever I get done whenever I get it done. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, then please give this video a thumbs up. If you have any questions about any of the treatments that I mentioned, want to know any more information, then please just leave me a comment down below. Again, just to reiterate, this is my personal experience, my personal preference, what I like, what I wanted doing, what I wanted to have done, and what I've chose to do to me and my body. It's my choice. That's about it. But I hope you guys enjoy this, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.